Hello everybody, my name is Multi and welcome to my channel. Today I am here with the Old Glory in Extreme Landings Pro, and what we are going to be doing is another adventure. As you can see, it's snowing out. We are in West Bengal, India. We're at the airport Nejati Subhas Chandra Bose International Airport. So it's an international airport located in Kolkata, which is an Indian city, the west of India. And we are going to be making a bit of an adventure. We're going on an exploration to find out whether we can find Everest, Mount Everest in Extreme Landings Pro. Now, I do know that there are the Himalayas in Extreme Landings Pro, because I've flown over them before, but I don't know whether the specific mountain, the tallest mountain in the world, Mount Everest, is actually like, if they actually have a separate mountain, because usually it's just a retexture of the same mountain over and over and over and over again. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the exact coordinates of Mount Everest in the Old Glory here, and it's a bit of a trip. If I check here, as you can see, here's West India. This is down. That's the India Peninsula sort of thing. It's more of a continent, really. Here, I'll actually quickly quit here, and I'll show you on the map. So this is where we are in East India. And as you can see, here are the Himalayas. And I would say Mount Everest is right around this area, borderlining China and Nepal, as well as really close to India. So we're going to take off. And I had the conditions just so I'm going to put them back to what they were. And we are gonna get this thing started. So I'm super excited to find out whether we can find Everest or not. I picked sort of an exploration-y plane, the Old Glory, with its propellers and everything like that. It does feel like we could carry out a pretty cool exploration in this plane. And so I'm pretty excited to see how this turns out. So without further ado, let's get these engines going. So we're going to go to our engines tab. I'm going to try to remember which keys are which. Okay, so H switches it, Y, U, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we're going to turn them all on. Boom, 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 boom. And we're going to use J to turn on the engine. Okay. That's engine 1. We're going to switch it. Engine 2. Okay, now we're going to go woo all the way around here. And next, I like to mess with your guys' brain and do this. Wahaha. You bet you guys didn't see that coming. And engine 3. You can see we got all our engines. All of our engines on, and the plane seems to be good. Let's look at our fuel status. Oh yeah, no, we're good on fuel. We're maxed out. Okay. Because we are going to need a lot of fuel for this mission. And where's the anti-ice? Oh, we don't have anti-ice. Okay, we're gonna be alright, guys. There's nothing to worry about. We are all set. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling. So let's bring the throttle up. There we go. Put flaps down halfway. I honestly don't know what flap settings to have for this plane, so we're gonna have to figure that out the hard way. If we don't get off the ground, then, okay. Further. There we go. If we don't get off the ground, then, well, usually I don't need flaps to take off, especially in these smaller planes. Not smaller planes, but lighter, older, whatever you want to call it. Okay, this plane can usually get off the ground at around 100 knots, and we're already at 110, so whoop. Nope, yep, we're bouncing a little bit. Okay, those flaps are going back up. There we go, we're getting off the ground. Gonna zoom out a little bit. It's not snowing very hard. Gonna get ourselves a little outside view. Look at that. Put those gear up. Woo! Look at that. And something else I noticed that is actually quite new is the lights. Look at the lights in the Old Glory. That has not been the case for a long period of time, but now we have lights, and that leads me to believe that we'll probably have lights in all of the planes now, rather than just the new ones. So I really like the way that looks. Look at those things. It really is just a beautiful plane. Fantastic. There we go. Flying away from the airport. And we are gonna turn in the direction of Mount Everest. So basically, if we go to the map here, we can see we are definitely not going towards Mount Everest. I'm actually going to set the autopilot to have us go at 1 degrees. I have no idea how high this plane can safely go. But we want it to go up as high as possible because that would make us go faster. The higher the plane, the faster it goes. Because there's less air density. And let's see about the wind here. We have no wind, but perhaps if we maxed out the wind and then gave us tailwinds, that'll make us go faster. I'm not sure though. If we set the winds to go right behind us, that'll also make us go faster, I believe. We'll see. I'll mess with that later. We're gonna turn the... I'm like a weather master here. I can instantly turn this into a storm, as you'll see. Look at me. Look how awesome I am with my storm-making abilities. Ooh, scary. I guess as we're increasing altitude, I could tell you guys some facts on Mount Everest. Looks like we're gonna be leaving the... we're gonna be going through the clouds. We're gonna try and get this plane to go as high as it can. I don't know how high it can go, but it can go pretty high. So I'm just gonna keep an eye on the instruments here. And I've got some facts on Mount Everest for you guys. So while we make the trip over there, I'll tell you guys a couple, and then I'll cut to when we're closer and tell you guys a couple. Basically, the first... Okay, so Brain Post. 17 interesting facts about Mount Everest. So, let's see. The first interesting fact about Mount Everest is that it is the tallest mountain in the world. Now, I don't know how many people didn't know that, but I suppose it's an interesting fact. Okay, apparently, the mountain Everest grows 4 millimeters higher every year due to geological uplift. Okay, well, of course, there's the mountains had to be formed somehow, and they were pushed up through the crust of the plates, and so they're constantly growing, especially the ones in the Himalayas. If you think about the Himalayas, as they are some of the tallest mountains in the world, I'm pretty sure the Andes in Peru are the second tallest. But what I know is that they're actually quite young in the grand scheme of things when it comes to mountains. In Northern Virginia, you have, and like along the east coast of the United States, you have the Appalachian Mountains. Now, they're not even close to as tall as Mount Everest and some of these other huge mountains that we see in the Alps and in the Andes. But what's interesting about them is that they are so much older. They're billions of years older than Mount Everest and some of these other mountains. So they used to be tall. They used to be this big, but weathering and ever since then, that's turned them into basically rolling hills. So George Everest, Surveyor General of India from 1830 to 1843, discovered Everest, and of course it was named after him later. It's also Mount Everest is also home to a very minute, so small black jumping spider. The spiders hide in crevices and feed on frozen insects. The food depends largely upon what is blown by the wind into a specific area. They live as high as 22,000 feet. Okay, yep, I'm scared. I'm not sure if I want to keep going on this trip. There are spiders at Mount Everest. I'm not sure how I feel about that, actually. So you can see we are now rising above the... we're above the storm, the winter storm. And it's beautiful up here. Look at this. Oh my gosh, I love this. Very interesting. Okay, so we've had over 260 people die on Mount Everest. The exact number is unknown because a lot of people illegally have tried to climb it and ended up getting killed. Over 4,000 people have tried to climb Mount Everest, and over 2,000 people have actually made it. Yeah, there are about 120 dead bodies of climbers on the mountain that are just frozen there. So when you're climbing up, you will pass bodies. You will pass about 50 to 70 bodies, depending on the path you're taking, of people who just didn't make it. Which is kind of freaky, but it's pretty interesting as well. So, as you can see, we're all the way up here, and as you can see, we really haven't made much progress. So I'm going to hit time. Look at us up here in the Old Glory. A lot higher than we should be in this type of plane. But we're doing it anyway. And there are no oxygen masks hanging from the top, so we should be pretty good. I apologize if my voice gets quieter and louder. I often like to eccentrically move around, and as I don't have my headset on, I'm using a different mic, my new mic. It doesn't move with my face, which is what I'm used to, so... Yeah, we're almost maxed out on height. I'll see you guys once we get a little bit closer. Bye-bye. Hello everyone, so we're back. As you can see, we've definitely made it quite a bit further. We are now going into the Himalayas. And as you can see, we're at 27.7 degrees north. So if you look in the bottom right, I'm not sure whether you can see my mouse cursor or not, but if you do look in the bottom right, you will see right above the V/S, the 27.7 degrees north. That is exactly how north you have to be to find Mount Everest. I'm not sure what this is, but this might be Everest. I'm not sure. We are almost, as you can see, 27.9 is where we have to be in terms of degrees north. And then after that, we start going east to 86.9 degrees east, and that's where we'll find Mount Everest. It is actually very likely that this is it. But as of right now, I'm just going to leave that. And we are going to try and find it the old-fashioned way. So we're going to hit time just a little bit, and we're going to go down to 30,000 feet. I'm going to make the day clear, a clear night. And I'm actually also going to make it probably morning, because it's basically around that time. It's basically morning. So I'm going to give us a sunrise here. There we go. Because we've done quite a trip to get here. We're still at 27.8. I'm going to give it a little bit of a boost here. Okay, we're at 27.9. I'm going to take this off, and we're actually going to make this 270. Alright, there we go. As you can see down there, we've got the Himalayas. We are still incredibly high up, though. So we're going to have to make, still going to have to decrease in altitude. Now, Mount Everest is at about 29,000 feet. So, that's about as high as we're going to be, which is insane. That's really high up. Like, 27,000 feet is really high up. It doesn't look like any of these mountains are 29,000 feet, though. I mean, maybe over there. But, we're almost there. We're almost at, we're almost that high. So, I'm going to make sure we are going the correct, that is correct, isn't it? I'm just going to quickly check. Let's see. Yeah, 270 degrees is exactly where we're supposed to be, and we need to go to 86.9. So we're going to hit time, and we are going to get to 86.9 degrees east. Now, it's going to take a little bit of time. So you can see there's a bit of a glitch going on down there. Not exactly sure what it is, but mountains do like to glitch out and disappear. So once we get to 87.0, we are going to just go back into the normal view of the plane and see if we can see Mount Everest. I'm pretty excited. I don't know what we're gonna find. I've been to the Himalayas before, but never actually to Everest. Ooh, here comes a mountain that's pretty high up. That could be it, guys. That might... Whoa. Look at all these little mountains down here. And then look at that one. Or it could be that... Oh, there's another mountain over there. Oh, guys, okay. Let's just go back into time. We're gonna get to 87.2. 87.1 degrees east. I think we're here. I think that's it. Maybe not. 0.1. Oh, we're cutting it close for that one. Look at that mountain. That thing's huge. It's insane. Oh my gosh. I think we found it. I think that's Everest. Or this one. Let's look at the chords again. 87.1. No, we still need to go a bit further. 87.0. Oh my gosh. I think that might be it, guys. That could be Everest right there. We're gonna have to measure its height and everything. 87.0. Hit time a little further. 87, we got to get to 86.9. Okay, we are at the exact coordinates. I think that this is Everest right here, because it is 87.2, and degrees north, it is 27.9, so almost 28 degrees north, actually. So, let's turn this sucker back to... Honestly, let's just fly. Plane's under my control now. Oh my goodness. I think this is it. Gonna get our cruise control, or altitude. Oh boy. Guys, I don't think you can understand the scale. We're at 30,000 feet right now. We almost never come this high when I'm playing Extreme Landings, at least. Oh my goodness. This thing is huge. Okay, for scale, these are some of the mountains that we usually fly over. Like, I'm gonna go down there, and we're gonna explore a little bit. But, holy crap. Alright, we're gonna look at our chords. Whoa! The mountain's disappeared. What the heck? Okay, mountain's back. Okay. Chords 27.9. 27.9, so that's almost 28 degrees north. Let's check this here. We are 28 degrees north and 87. Yep, we are at... This is Mount Everest, guys. This is the mountain. Oh my goodness. The tallest mountain in the world, and we have found it in Extreme Landings Pro. Who knew? Who knew that it would actually be there? Wow. Okay, so we're gonna measure its height with Extreme Landings Pro. It's gonna be a little bit weird, but we're gonna do it anyway. Alright. Yep, this is it. There's no doubt now. Okay. So the mountain's supposed to be, let's see, 8,000 meters tall. But, it's supposed to be 29,000 feet, I think. Let me check that. How tall is Mount Everest? Here we go. It gives it in meters. I need feet. Feet. It still gives it in meters. Alright. Let's see how... I'm doing some calculations right now in feet. 29,029 feet. The mountain keeps disappearing though. Ooh, we're under it. Oh, we're like 200 feet too low. So, once we fly over this peak, we should be... Whoa, I can't see the mountain. Where'd it go? It should be around 29,000 feet tall. Alright, this plane is not the most maneuverable thing in the world. My goodness. And it's really a haul to get out here, too. It takes a long time. Alright. Flying straight on. Yep, this thing is exactly 29,000 feet. 29,000 feet and 80-something. We are flying over Mount Everest, guys. Right there. The Old Glory and Extreme Landings Pro. Flying over Mount Everest. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! And it's glitching out. Oh, boy. There we go. Awesome. Alright. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go down to some of those mountains down there and see how tall they are. See how long it takes for us to get, like, honestly, we are so high up. Like, we're gonna go down, do a bit of a dive here, actually, and see. I'm amazed by how big that mountain is. Let's see some of these mountains here. These ones all seem to be about... Okay, so our altitude, we're still, like, way up. Ooh, these are still tall mountains. It's just that the whole altitude, 18,000 feet up. My goodness. All of these are still like really tall mountains. It's just that they're all at such a high elevation together. Whoa, oh, the mountains disappeared again. Woo! Now the question is, there's Everest. There's Mount Everest right there. But the question is, if we go over to another really tall mountain, will it be the same height? It might be the same height as Everest. I don't really know. So let's figure that out. I'm going to change the time a little bit. It's about time for the sun to be up, don't you think? Sun looks really cool coming out from behind that mountain right there, though. But yeah, I think it's about time for the sun to be up. There's another really tall mountain. So the question is, are they the same mountain? Like, is it just copied and pasted? I don't know. I feel like it's impossible because that mountain is exactly at the right coordinates for Mount Everest. Like, it's exactly where Everest should be. So, I don't think so. But, we're going to fly up to the top of this mountain to see. So, this might take a couple seconds. We're increasing in altitude pretty quickly, actually. Okay, getting closer. Woo, there we go. This could be exactly the same mountain. Whoa, mountain's disappearing again. What? No. Can't trust a mountain you can't see. Can't trust a mountain you can't see. No, this one's not as tall. No way. Nope. 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 Not even close. This one's 27,000 feet. Ladies and gentlemen, that back there is Mount Everest. There's no doubt about it. That is Mount Everest, and we have actually discovered it. That is so cool. We're gonna fly back there and give it one more flyby before we finish this video. So let's hit time. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know, this is the place right here. This is where Mount Everest is. So, I mean, yeah. You've seen my path of travel. So, we've discovered it. They actually have implemented Mount Everest into the game of Extreme Landings Pro. It's the perfect height. It's at the perfect, number of chords. It doesn't look too beautiful. It was obviously done pretty quickly, but let's see, if we come from a different angle, it might look more like the mountain should, rather than just a pile of textured mountain textures or whatever. I would like some snow on top, so a little more dynamic maybe to the mountain, but yeah, that's it. There's no doubt. Woohoo! Wanted you guys to see the mountain in broad daylight, so I changed the settings a little bit. And I'm also gonna actually quickly change the settings to see what it would look like in snowy conditions. I think we're just way higher than even the snowstorm would be. Yeah, look at that. Like, the mountain rises above the snowstorm. Let's try perhaps like a thunderstorm maybe? I have no idea what that will look like. Thunderstorm, same thing. We're just above the storm. There's just nothing to see up here. Up by Mount Everest. Oh my goodness. Except for this giant mountain. Wow. Look at that. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and leave a like and definitely subscribe if you want to see more adventures like this. And let me know in the comments what other sort of adventures you want me to go on, to see if I can find things. Obviously, this game's a little buggy still. Mount Everest does like to disappear. To finish off the video, we are just going to fly straight through this little crevice here. And it's going to be awesome. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Whoa, it's disappeared again.